Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his wife have announced their separation. Justin Trudeau and Sophie Gregoire Trudeau have been married for 18 years. Gregoire Trudeau has been at the Prime Minister's side throughout his political career, and together they're raising 3 children. Mackenzie Gray joins us from Ottawa with more on this situation that really has everybody talking. Good morning, Mackenzie. So what has the reaction been in Ottawa to this separation?
It's been fairly muted so far. Outside of what the Prime Minister and Sophie Gregoire Trudeau put out yesterday, there hasn't been a lot of reaction from the Conservatives, the NDP, any of the other opposition parties. I think it's probably a smart move. Obviously, a very personal and difficult situation Mr. Trudeau and his family is going through in this situation. But considering the polarizing political atmosphere we've seen here, in particular, shots that Conservatives and Liberals are trading, I think it's positive to see that something at a personal level like this isn't being brought up at that level. And I think it kind of underscores the situation that I think a lot of MPs and people who work in Ottawa and in politics in general feel. It's a difficult job. You're away from your family for a significant period of time, and there are lots of strains and pressures on that. We saw Sophie Trudeau posting on Instagram earlier this year, kind of talking about the issues in the relationship that she had with the Prime Minister. And yesterday we saw that after 18 years, they've decided to separate.
Yeah, and any relationship is hard to maintain over that span of time, never mind under the microscope and with the pressures that these two have been dealing with. But what does the separation mean for him and the Liberal Party politically?
Yeah, the raw politics of this, I don't think there are a ton of changes. I think the biggest thing that we can glean from this is, we've heard the Prime Minister say before that he's going to run in the next election. I have a very difficult time thinking that's going to change with this situation. I would imagine going through a separation like this, there's lots of people who leave politics saying they want to take care of their family or spend more time with their family. I think in this situation, the Prime Minister, is really saying, without saying it, that he is absolutely going to run in the next election, go up against Pierre Elliott and deal with that. From a political side, in terms of Sophie Gregoire Trudeau, she is someone that the Liberal Party and Justin Trudeau used, particularly during elections, to talk about underscoring the Liberals' plans when it comes to women's issues, childcare, things like that. Obviously, they're not going to have her in the next election and in the political period going forward. I will say she was not heavily involved over the past couple of years. In the 2021 campaign, she was out kind of occasionally, not like it was back in 2015. When she was heavily used as a surrogate for the Liberal Party to push forward different kinds of messages. And when it comes to, the women's vote generally, Justin Trudeau and the Liberals have quite a strong lead over the Conservatives. That's one of the few areas that they're doing well. And I think it'll likely be on policies like childcare as a prime example that they'll run on in the next election, not necessarily using Sophie Trudeau like they did in previous elections to drive that point home.
And before we let you go, when we look back on the pages of Canadian history, at least so far, the last PM to get divorced in office was his dad, Pierre Elliott Trudeau. What can we glean from that? What can we take from it? Any similarities or differences between these two situations between father and son?
Yeah, I think the biggest similarity is that they're both Prime Minister. I think things were handled in a much different way. The Rolling Stones were involved in this one, so obviously there's a bit of a difference there. The fact that they both put out an Instagram statement in the same period of time yesterday, very close to each other, kind of talking about how they want to still be a family and work together. Something very different than obviously what we saw way back in the day with Pierre Trudeau and Margaret Trudeau. And the Prime Minister talked about how difficult that was in terms of how it was dealt with in the media, and it was much more public in a way and kind of sensationalized than what we've seen so far with this. I think both of them kind of focused on their children and wanting to handle that situation. So obviously that was something the Prime Minister and clearly his wife, or his soon-to-be ex-wife, wanted to deal with, and I think they were able to do that in a much different way than how the previous divorce in the Prime Minister's office was dealt with all the way back in 1977.
Okay, Mackenzie Gray, thanks so much. Great to talk to you as always, joining us from Ottawa this morning. Have a good one.
Thanks.